Good. I almost said afternoon.
I mean, we can call it afternoon.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Good.
Kick it up.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Get Your Paint On in this wonderful frosty Thursday afternoon. Yeah, we went there.
We all made it.
Afternoon.
Yeah.
We're all here. It was
Except
touch
for-
and go
except for-
last night.
except
And
for
we were deciding whether or not we are going to be here. Yeah,
Yeah.
Doug's still stuck at home.
Yeah, I had to message Tony this morning to let him know that I was actually going to be able to survive getting to work today.
All right, should we hit off with some announcements?
Yeah, so let's go for it.
Sure. So I guess we're here with Get Your Paint On with Jordan. He's going to be painting some models. But before I let him do his stuff, I'm going to say some words. Oh, hi, I'm Jeff, and this is Tony.
Hi.
And I do War Machine things and other game things, and Tony does video things.
I do video things.
And Jordan does paint things.
I mean, I also do other things, but mostly paint things.
So real quick, I'm going to hit you with the cool news. First off, Harlequin Verse. Today is Valentine's Day. You have, 6 days? 4 days. 5 days.
5 days.
5 days. February 19th.
Yeah.
To get your Harlequin Verse from Mini Crate. It's our latest dope model from our dope model line. So make sure you jump on that. If you get the full 6-month subscription, you get our cool, I believe it's still Lexia, right? Our bonus model.
Yep, still Lexia.
And then L5R, which is my personal favorite because I'm in an L5R role-playing game, and these are like literally the perfect models for it, is the one we have right now is Daidoji Uji, who actually I don't really know much about. I don't think he's the Crane Clan Clan. I'll have to look that up, actually. I'll have news on that next time. Find out who exactly Daidoji Uji is, because I don't know.
I'm not familiar enough with that.
Anyways, you have until March 5th to lock down your Daidoji Uji. And then the other big thing that I definitely want to make sure we talk about, and we'll probably actually hit this a couple times. We might even show some shots of it, but our sweet terrain Instagram. Yeah,
there it is.
So
Look at
Danny
that.
is our terrain bro who does all of the cool tables that we show off at cons and stuff like that, and we have it lock and load. And so he has a cool new Privateer Press terrain Instagram. So the address for that is Privateer_press_terrain on the grammars. Oh, what is going on?
He's molding that's his vacuum mold.
Oh my god, this is fascinating.
Yeah, I know.
The other cool thing is please hashtag P3 Painters. Show off your stuff. We'll check some hashtags and we'll try and show off some people's models and terrain projects.
Yeah,
and stuff in the
whatever
future.
you're working on, send it to hashtag P3 Painters on Instagram and Facebook. And
Yeah, we had to change it a
We'd
couple
like to
times.
show off your
We're locking it in.
I think this is it.
Yeah, we finally got there.
got the right one.
Perfect. All right. Anyways, do your thing, Jordan. Kick it.
All right, let's do this. So, as promised, last week, or the week before last week.
Yeah, I guess there wasn't last week because of LVO.
I was in Vegas. Haha. Good to see everybody who I managed to check in with and say hi to at LVO, by the way.
Who was at LVO in the chat? Did you guys go?
Yeah, who here made it?
Yeah, dude, yeah, call out if you were at LVO.
But like promised, we got the Neigh Warhorse today. Managed to get a little bit more work done on the Malady Man because we didn't quite finish him up. So I'll pop him on here real quick. As promised, we got Green Flames. Still not done, but they're there. They exist. And basically just finished up most of the guy and his jacket, his pants, and his little leather jacket there.
Did you say you painted his blue plants red or red plants blue?
What?
Never. Okay, no, you're too young to get a.
Oh, okay.
What's that? 40-year-old virgin.
Silver pants. I'm gonna paint you.
I mean, I've seen
that
that
cracks
movie.
me
It's
up
been a
every
while.
time I see it too.
But yeah, we got this guy going on. But we are not gonna paint him today. We are gonna get started on the Neigh Warhorse.
I got some. This some ASMR with Jordan. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to our homie bro, Doug the Hamilton. It's his birthday today.
It's his birthday.
I already
Happy
posted
birthday,
on-
Doug.
I already posted on
happy
his Facebook.
birthday, Doug.
Happy birthday to our boy, Dougie Hams.
I'm sorry, Facebook didn't tell me it was your birthday, so I didn't know.
Oh, it's there. You just clearly weren't checking your daily Doug feed.
Well, maybe I was just too busy doing work things.
Did you hear that, Doug?
Yeah.
Jordan's too busy for your birthday.
Yep, it's true. 100% true. All facts here.
I'm not sure you actually have an answer to this, but Striker 911 was asking, have you done the studio verse yet for the Harlequin verse?
I have not.
Okay, so it's upcoming. The moral of the story is sometime in the near future you'll see the painted version. All right. Oh shoot! What paints you got so far? I feel like
So Tony should have these already, but they are Trollblood Highlight.
oh
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's the wrong audio there,
I
Tony.
got it. They didn't hear it. Just you.
we got some Trollblood Highlight.
Okay, hold on. Make sure this is the right one.
do you have your fully?
I'm waiting for the splats, Tony.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay, here it is. Here it is.
Where is it? All right, there we go. God dang it. We've got some Carnival Pink and Midland Flesh.
Come on, dude. Is this? Like how red your face is getting from laughing about this. I'm trying to
So
hold it.
funny.
How was this bad boy to build? I remember I saw him on your desk. It didn't look that.
Honestly, it wasn't that bad. Like, it's a lot of pieces, but
Mhm.
it's
Excuse
pretty
me.
straightforward.
As I
The these gremlins are not as free floating as I was expecting them to be. They have their own like.
They definitely
kind
kinda go into a place.
Yeah,
because it was basically like two halves of the carriage,
correct.
and then
Yeah,
the head,
The carriage is in two halves.
and then the head just kind of goes
attached
sunk right in
separately
there.
in here,
And then you put the three gremlins on.
and then you put the three gremlins on. This arm is separate from this gremlin. This head is separate from this gremlin, and this gremlin's shield is separate from him.
Yeah, it's a sweet model.
Yeah. Other than that, that's basically.
I like how in the specific angle I'm seeing, you see the little guy with the lance, how well he fits into the curvature of the rocking horse.
Yeah.
You see his feet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really
down in here.
really well done. It's really cool.
Paint his butt real quick. Don't worry about it.
I know at one point we had we definitely had a conversation about painting difficult to reach spots, and so I think it is actually you're painting the spot right now where you just said that you would reach right through the Warhorse to paint that gremlin on the other side. But
Yep.
are there any spots on here that you anticipate are going to give you some trouble that you might either have trouble painting or you just might
like-
kind of hand wave a little bit because
Let
they're
me see if I can get this in camera. So like this area in between these two gremlins on the horse.
Yeah. I
It's
see
gonna
what you're
be
talking
kinda
about
difficult.
on the saddle.
Yeah. Like the inside of this guy's leg is gonna be kind of a pain in the
How
butt.
does that? So I think I've always struggled with over the years across every minis game I've played, and I think is very true here is I've always struggled with the backs of shields, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just because you usually have an arm in there, and they tend to be just kind of big flat spaces. So maybe we'll touch on it when you get there. But do you have any cool
I mean, I think a
tips
lot
or-
of the
tips or
answer is
trips? Tips or trips?
you can't
trips.
you can't really see behind it, so most of it's
Yeah.
going to be dark anyways. So
Yeah,
just
yeah.
paint it dark.
I guess my problem is when I'm painting it, I'm always like, well, I can see it right now.
Right.
In this very specific situation where it's an
Yes,
exact
in this very very specific moment
where I'm
you're
exactly
looking for
6
it.
inches away from it,
Yeah.
and I've got it angled precisely right.
The answer is you're never going to see it on the tabletop, so who cares if it's black or not?
Someone asked in chat about sub assembly. This is in Facebook from Patrick, and I'm going
painting.
Yeah, do you think
sub-assemblies?
there's a part of this where like you could have had the gremlins be separate, maybe?
Yes. If you are a not lazy person like I am,
Yep.
you would definitely paint this sub-assembled. I, however, am exceptionally lazy.
Yeah, I do the
so
same
I'm going
thing.
to paint them on there.
Yeah, I do the exact same thing.
Also, for a lot of the same reasons. Like, if you can't see it, it doesn't matter if it's painted.
Mm-hmm.
So the models are on there. Why bother painting parts that I'm not going to see? It's just not worth it. It's not worth the
Yeah.
time. So yeah, I generally don't paint sub-assembled models. I usually just assemble the whole thing and just kind of go.
And then Alex Azeroff in Facebook says, "Is this a Grimkin model?" And the answer is yes. This is.
in fact a Grimkin model.
This is the command attachment, the Nayslayer Warhorse. It's the command attachment for the Nayslayer unit. So it's like the leader. And I guess by leader we mean there's 3 of them on this guy. So they win by pure weight of
which
committee.
which one of them has the dominant position?
Yeah.
there?
Maybe it's a committee, right? Maybe it's a subcommittee for the agricultural growth of,
Grimkin Society.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of what their hierarchy is. like how Grim can get organized enough to have some sort of
Grimkin
election.
or
I mean, they
specifically
definitely
Gremlins?
just raise hands. Like,
I mean, yeah. I guess the really good question is like, how do gremlins, right? Because those are just,
Whoever's got the
dirtily
biggest
little
stick.
mischievous.
yeah, did I say Grimkin? I meant Gremlins.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say whoever's got the biggest stick.
Or maybe, or like, I wonder if they're like, if it's like a size thing. If you're like a particularly big gremlin, I keep wanting to say Grimkin too. If you're a particularly big gremlin, right?
I think, somebody said being physically higher than the other helps. That's not bad. Oh, we got Doug. The one who points the best and is the most shouty usually takes charge. So there you go.
There's a C fact for you.
C fact.
C fact.
Speaking of.
Are you going to paint? Do you plan to paint your personal gremlin? Because this is basically for your army, essentially, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna have them be like kind of the pinky skin, sort of kind of like the studio
So
scheme.
yeah, so this is actually slightly different. This recipe that I'm using here is the recipe for the Crabbit skin.
Oh, interesting.
I've always
I guess I didn't even realize they were different.
They are, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
It's
Yeah.
it's a little different. It's a lot more desaturated and less pink. But I've always liked the Crabbit skin tone, and I wanted to use it here, so I'm going to.
I think it looks fine. I agree.
I also think it's like kind of interesting having the gremlins be like really desaturated when the rest of my army is going to be very poppy and saturated. Kind of creates an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
You want to talk a little bit about what some of your plans are for the horse itself?
Probably a lot of like gold and like a bronzy color and regular metals. Like I kind of want to do all this swirly stuff in like bronze.
Okay.
The horse's skull is going to be bone.
What about those like tusks on the front of it? Same deal.
These.
Yeah.
Yeah, this I might do in bone as well. I'm not quite sure. Like I haven't quite figured out what exactly that material is supposed to be. But it doesn't.
It could be basically anything, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it doesn't really matter that much. I can kind of just paint it however I want. So I am not 100% sure is the answer to that, but I will be more sure as I get more of this painted.
Yeah. What do you think about? What about freehanding something cool on the shield?
I might freehand something neat on the shield. Depends on whether or not I can come up with something.
But just a big gremlin face. I mean, or like just like a middle finger, like right? That's what a gremlin would do. Although, how many fingers do they even have?
Pointy finger.
Yeah. Or just like a little like a poopy, like one of those like classic like the emoji poopy. Something just ridiculous.
That's definitely I got two young kids. The poopy emoji would be perfect for Gremlin Shield.
Do they find it absolutely hilarious?
They like just saying the word, like
poopy,
anything related to poop. They love it.
Oh, someone says in Twitch chat, Boba Flex. It's a great name. I love it. Extra points for hot pink horsehair. I would not be opposed to a big hot neon.
I'm actually
color.
kind of into that.
Could you tie in that magenta that you used?
Yeah, that's exactly what
Yeah.
I was just thinking. Is doing the magenta for the horsehair. It would be a good way to like differentiate the units too. Is like having this horsehair be like magenta and having another unit's captain be like blue or the teal or whatever.
I think Striker's got a very interesting question in Twitch chat. Striker911. Do they find dead horses, or do they find horses that act out or are mean? That sounds like we need a C-fact on that one. That's a good question that we'll have to either Doug will answer or we'll ask him later. I mean, the Neigh Slayers, like those are like grizzly bleeding horse heads.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
They're just like jammed onto the end of a stick.
But I mean, is it like the spirit of a dead angry horse, or is it they actually go and find a horse and like chop its head off and enchant it? Right? I don't know.
I
here we go.
imagine they don't even enchant
So
it.
here's a C fact. They take horses that are not dead. This is from Twitch chat where Doug C Cat lives. They take horses that are not dead and then make them more conveniently dead. They don't really think of killing. They don't really think of it as killing them though. It's just like an art project. So it's like arts and crafts.
Oh yeah, it's like recruiting talent, right? Like,
Yeah.
hey, come do this cool thing, but now you're gonna be dead.
Yeah, it's perfect. I'm into it.
All right. Speaking of CFAX.
CFAX. Yeah, should we check?
Let's do it. You ready?
We've got
Someone brought up
CFAX.
that there should be a dolphin noise for this for the CFAX, and I agree.
a dolphin.
So,
I think you should just
So I
use
made
the
a
spot
note.
noise for everything.
Yeah.
but now, all right, I'm gonna use a splat noise.
Oh.
There it goes.
was not
Okay.
a splat noise.
Look at this. Wow. I like how it's like split the camera, and that's good.
Oh yeah, no, we still get to watch painting while we're doing these.
This is
CFAX.
great. All right, so we have. Do you want? We have 3 of them. Do we want to do like one
Wait.
now and then come
Let's
back?
do like let's
Yeah,
do like
yeah.
one
We
now.
can ask
one
a
little bit
question,
later.
give some time, let people answer
Perfect.
a little bit, and come
All
back
right,
to
so
them.
we
And
have-
then, if you guys do a good job on these questions at the very end of the stream,
Oh yeah, I
we
do
get-
have something to show.
Yeah.
Jordan's got a little surprise for you.
If you guys are awesome and can get all these CFAX correct.
All right, so these are questions for chat. These are CFAX. These are Doug Seacat's random CFAX. These are about gremlins because that's what Jordan's painting. These are for chat, so you guys can feel free to answer them, and we'll see how well you do.
No cheating. You either know it or you don't.
Yeah.
No interneting.
All right,
You're on,
so
on your honor.
the first question: what types of souls turns into a gremlin most often? What type of sin do they represent? So yeah, so the first question is: what type of soul turns into a gremlin most often? Let's go see if we got any responses. See what the peeps got to say. CFACT. These are interesting because these questions could be very, very challenging, right? Or people could just know them.
Yeah.
We'll see. Adjacent souls. I mean, Souls token is still the thing that I have been waiting for. A Souls token by far is the thing I want more than anything. CFACT. What do you think you're gonna hit up after you've kind of got that base on the? Do you think you're gonna finish the gremlins before you move on, or?
Yeah, probably.
Cool. I'm into it. Which one's your favorite? I think I like the shield guy the best because he's got the helmet. And he's got a big old like. Cause that's like an Iron Fang pikeman helmet or something, right? I'm pretty sure. I can't really tell from here, but I'm pretty sure.
About right.
Or is that a storm knight? I can't quite see it from here, but it's definitely up in that. So let's see. We got some noisy, greedy children from Patrick, thieves from Brad. See if we got any answers. So again, the question is what types of souls turns into a gremlin most often? And we'll give everyone a couple minutes.
So we're adding a little bit of Greatcoat Gray into this mixture, by the way.
Red Death says misbehaved or abandoned children.
Mm-hmm. Emmanuel says he owns a gremlin swarm. That means he needs to buy the rest of the faction. The answer to that is yes, you do. You need to buy the rest of the faction. Welcome back to the game. Emmanuel taking a little break for a bit. He came back recently with his good buddy, my friend, Charles. Don't call me Omnis Aerosmith. Thieves, Wrath. Got a bunch of answers. Should we supply the answer?
That's good.
Are we in a moment? I would say that I'm going to give, at the very least, partial points to maybe even full points to a variety of people out there, because the answer is generally children. So a lot of people talk about things like misbehaved or abandoned children. I'm going to read off the full answer that Doug gave us here. Trick question, he says.
Yeah, trick question.
So these are souls that have committed no sins, generally those of children who died in accidents. This is one reason they are more capricious than other types, as they think they are playing even when doing terrible things. They don't seem to understand that they are causing harm.
See, that's what I didn't know. I didn't know that about gremlins. So to me, that's like, this is why I like the CFAX is they're not really malicious. They just don't know any better.
Which is why, like, the Gremlin Swarm, it like has these randomized effects where it's like pulling apart warjacks and stuff. The Neigh Slayers, they're on these hobby horses, right, riding around. The Neigh Slayer Warhorse, his rules reflect a lot of them play acting tag or hide and seek or right all these tag and leapfrog and things like that, right?
So they just think they're playing around when they're doing all this destruction and chaos.
We saw a variety of people provide answers in one way or another about it relating to children, and at the very least, that's partial credit, if not maybe even full credit. So yeah, it's the answer is, or the question was, what types of souls turns into gremlins? And the answer are, it's usually children or innocent souls. The Lance Gremlin is witness me.
Oh, we got Doug also added on. He tacked on, if you ask parents in the Iron Kingdoms, they'd say it's probably badly behaved children that are more likely to turn out this way.
I don't
eat your
really
vegetables or you'll turn into a gremlin.
Yeah, like that's definitely. Because Gremlin Grimkin are supposed to be kind of like you're around the fireplace, and mom or dad is like, "Ooh, let me tell you about what bad kids do. What happens when, the trapperkin shows up or whatever. Or here comes the piggyback kind of thing. Like it's very much folk, talesy. And so I can totally imagine it. Oh yeah, bad kids who don't eat their vegetables turn into a dude rolling around on a hobby horse with I don't know, that sounds so bad.
Yeah, but you can't tell them that it looks like they're always having lots of fun.
Yeah, exactly right.
Kids love that. Emmanuel class says my kids are living gremlins. Gremlins. And Emmanuel, I agree with you. Mine are as well.
All right, what are we up to right now, Jordan?
Just putting in for shade, which is probably really, really hard to see on camera because it's
I'm not. Maybe when you're painting it, we can see it come in, but I'm not really seeing it too much right now.
All right, I've got. So last week, I don't know what I said last week. Last week you were in LVO, I asked you some stat questions about the Malady Man that you were painting.
Yes.
I have the last known updated version of the Warhorse from the CID.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you some questions about it, and we'll see how well you do. Last time you did shockingly well.
Yes.
I was genuinely surprised.
I'm a well-versed and knowledgeable man.
All right. So first off, here's the first question for you, Jordan.
Yeah. Hit me.
What is the MAT, the melee attack of the Neigh Slayer Warhorse?
5.
Wait, what's a Neigh Slayer MAT?
Oh, it's 6, isn't it?
So you're thinking the officer has a lower MAT?
Well, he shouts better. He doesn't necessarily.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
no.
He shouts better.
Hang on. Yeah, it's 6, isn't it?
For a Neigh Slayer?
Warhorse.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
No, 7.
It's 7, yeah.
Seven,
Because-
that's real good.
Yeah, well, so the Neigh Slayers themselves are 6.
I forgot that
in
they were
in
6.
in many cases in the game, especially for melee-oriented units, the command attachment usually has the relevant attack stat, typically 1 higher.
Yes. I thought they were still 5.
All right, how about this? What is the P plus S, the power plus strength of the lance for the Warhorse?
For the Warhorse, it's 9.
Yeah. Ooh, wow, with confidence. All right, crushes it. All right, one last question. You can luck sack your way. You can guess this one for sure, but if you genuinely know the answer, I'll be pleasantly surprised. What's the command stat on the Warhorse?
I'm not looking at the paper because I kind of want to guess. I want to see
7.
if my logic is correct. I don't feel gremlins have high command because they're so crazy. So
7 is my final answer.
I'll go 6. I'm gonna undercut Jordan.
This isn't Price is Right rules. He is command 8.
That was rough.
Someone actually in chat correct me. I believe Neigh Slayers are base command 7. They might be 6 though. Someone who has their war room more accessible than I do, let me know in chat. But yes, 1 out of 3, not quite as good as the first time, but you also have watched me play with the Mally Man a little bit more than the Warhorse.
Well,
So.
I did look at the rules while I was at LVO for all of these things.
Oh.
So I just wasn't paying attention to specific
Oh yeah,
stats.
let's
I
talk
was
about
looking at,
LVO.
like, abilities.
How was LVO? God, I just forgot you came back from LVO.
Yeah.
How was Las Vegas Open? I haven't even talked to you about
It was
it.
a blast. It had some great chats with a lot of people. Talked a little bit about painting with some folks and chatted a lot about War Machine.
I don't care about this boring stuff. Where'd you eat? Any place dope?
Ooh, yeah. I had
Like screw the miniatures.
Oh,
Tell me
yeah.
about the food.
Tell me about Las Vegas while we were suffering
yeah,
from the snowpocalypse.
I mean, let's be honest. I had to drive home at 12 o'clock
Yeah.
on Monday.
And you
that
live-
was very dangerous.
And you live in Nowheresville.
Yes, I do.
Hold on real quick. Kevin Scott Hunt in Facebook, Command 7. Thank you. Appreciate that. So yes, they're, and I remember when we first launched them in the CID, they're Command 9, but that combined with their big base, it's a little too much, so we pulled them back to Command 8. Anyways, continue.
There is a restaurant called The Henry.
Wait, the Henry, like
The
the
Henry.
name, or a hennery, like a place where hens are?
The Henry.
So like someone's name.
Yes.
Okay, got it. I'm picking up what you were throwing down.
It is a normal restaurant in the Cosmopolitan.
You mean like this Americana?
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, it didn't seem like it had any particular like flair for a
Sure.
particular type of food. But they had this absolutely amazing braised short rib eggs Benedict.
Oh my god, I love eggs Benny so much.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was
Dude, let's go the double R.
actually, oh god, that sounds great.
If you're
It
gonna
was
go double
actually
R.
fantastic. Yeah, I went there 2 days in a row. 'Cause
Okay.
It was so good. I was just like, I could not have it again.
I'm actually sad that I'm not going to Kingdom Con because I want that sushi.
Oh my god.
All right, so anyways, we took a huge food tangent. How was the show?
Had you ever been to LVO before?
No, I'd never even been to Vegas before.
Oh, wow. I've actually only been to Vegas once, and I was like a teenager.
That's once is enough. I think.
I would like to go back now that I'm not a teenager because my brothers are 8 and 10 years older than I am. So when we traveled a lot, and my parents were in their 30s and 40s, it was a lot of they were teenagers and doing teenager things, or they were post-drink adults and I was still a teenager. So it was very much we went to Vegas and I just kind of got dropped off in the arcade, which was dope, by the way. They had dope arcades.
Yeah.
But everyone else was out gambling and trying out the fun stuff, right?
Yeah. My first time in Vegas, I was a month shy of being 21. So
Womp.
yeah.
Wow, that sounds awful.
So
I mean, let's be honest. I didn't actually drink that much while I was there either. So
was there a particularly cool painted or converted army for War Machine and Hordes that you saw at LVO that you recall?
let's see here.
I mean, I don't mean to put you on the spot because like I always see cool armies at conventions, but then I never like remember to recall. So
there's one in particular that I'm thinking of. I'm trying to think if there are any others that I saw that were similarly.
I'm kind of putting you on the spot, which is kind of unfair because
no.
I never remember this stuff. So I feel
don't-
bad if you're like,
I
no, there
don't
wasn't
remember-
any.
I don't remember the name of the person who owned the army, but there is a post on the Facebook group by Hungerford.
Oh yeah, I did
With
see
it,
that.
and it's this really really nice Grimkin army that's painted like primarily like blue, or it's got like blue glow, and
oh yeah, I did see that. Was that?
I would have to pull it up, but
Maybe
it was really cool.
Jacobs? God, what
The
was it?
basing was really interesting and intricate, and like the
It's the army that like won the painting,
yes, yeah, it was
thing.
that one.
some painting thing,
It was,
whatever
like,
it was.
best painted or something for the event.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up later. But yeah, that army was sweet. Shout outs to whoever's army that was. I apologize that we don't remember your name. It was.
I did make a comment on how much I liked it.
Crushed it.
I did.
Uh,
Like in person to the guy. So
I've also I've never been to LVO yet. Do they have like a big painting? Do they have like their version of the Crystal Brush or Golden Demon?
I mean,
or-
it's not quite as large, but they definitely have a painting competition.
Cool.
I did see some cool War Machine stuff in there. There was a Scar bust that did really well. I didn't get a chance to find out the name of the person who painted it or snap any photos of it, but it was really well done. And
I should get one of the busts done up by like you or something to add to my collection. Scar bust or Sorsha bust?
I mean, I would personally rather paint Scar. But
Yeah, I'm kind of in. I think Scar was one of my earliest warcasters when I started the game years and years ago. So I should do that. I should grab a Scar bust and maybe paint it for me. It'd be dope. Cause what else we have? Like Borka and Nemo, right? Are those the other ones?
Nemo, Borka.
Those things are actually really cool.
The Nemo bus is really nice. I like that one a lot.
All right, should we move on to our second C fact?
Yeah, let's do
yeah.
another C-Fact.
C fact. All right. I'll wait till we get to the C fact page. All right. So next question. Again, chat, this is for you. Hit us up. Give us your answers. The question is, what is one of the main things that gremlins fear? So what's the big thing that gremlins specifically, not Grimkin, but little gremlins are afraid of? Our C fact. C fact. C fact. What do you think? Do you have any idea, Jordan?
I know exactly what it is.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Okay.
I read
Well,
the answers earlier.
oh, okay, that makes sense. Darn, I was gonna I obviously didn't know this, so I was like, maybe I just. Let's see, AJ Masters Beyond Cats, Newserac Cats,
Cats is a very popular answer.
Vandebeest Cats, Vic to Live, Riker's Iron. Excuse me, my throat. Over in Facebook, Andrew Donald,
JJ Curtin.
Steve Gibson, cats everywhere. It seems pretty almost unanimous here. Will chat get it wrong?
I think the real answer is they're afraid of Doug Seacat.
Boom. I mean, hey, there you go.
For multiple
Wait, hold on. I'm calling foul. There's no Seacat had to have baked this into their lore that they're afraid of cats.
Seacat?
Yeah. Come on.
He is a Seacat.
This is rigged.
Therefore, it is canon that they are afraid of Doug Seacat.
All right, yeah. So the answer is cats. I'll wait for the good. Oh, nice.
Watch this.
Oh, pew. That's it. Is that just like a stock cat photo you grabbed?
Sure,
It looks
yeah.
cute. Cats are so. I'm more of a dog. I like dogs and cats. I own dogs, but cats are so cute. All right, I'm going to read the full answer here because this is pretty interesting. Cats, because they can see them even when no one else can. So normally gremlins are, I presume, kind of like little, like spirits or apparitions who are like, I don't know, knocking plates over.
Yeah, so like all your stuff starts
Yeah.
falling off the walls and you don't know what's happening.
You can't see them unless maybe they kind of want to be seen. But cats, even when no one else can see a gremlin, can see a gremlin. And they're prone to attacking them. Probably 'cause they think like they're a mouse, right? Like a little animal.
Sure.
It's like, oh man, I'm gonna go kill that and show it to my owner. Cats seen getting agitated and seemingly attacking nothing are usually fighting gremlins. I wonder how often the cat loses that fight. Probably not often.
Do they lose to gremlins? I mean, can gremlins fight back to a cat?
I mean, I would guess that the gremlin always just sees the whole thing as play. Right?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Even when the cat's like got in his mouth and like death rolling it, the gremlin's like, woo! Right? Oh, that's why workshops have lots of cats. Interesting.
Oh, to keep gremlins out?
Yeah, they're like, take care of the rats and gremlins. Interesting. All right.
Well, good job,
Yeah,
chat.
chat. Crush that one.
Everybody knew that.
Pretty much, yeah.
Literally everybody.
Even I know.
Yeah, even that. There we go. All right, how's the skin coming? Tell us a little about it. Explore the whole space. Really sell me on the gremlin skin.
I mean, it's coming along. It's probably not the best thing to paint on stream in hindsight.
I mean, we could always move on to.
Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna move on and paint the rest of the skin off stream. it's probably just very hard to see what's actually getting painted here. Things are getting painted. It's just like really, really subtle shifts in color. So I think we're gonna. Oh, you know what we could do? We could paint a little bit of yellow. I know.
Oh yeah, yellow.
Oh yeah, we
comes
always
in.
get questions
The
about
week
painting
before
yellow.
last, somebody asked a question about white
Yellow.
and yellow.
Let's do it.
And I gave a little bit of like a quick explanation on how that works, but I think we can go a little bit more in depth now. Let me grab some colors that will work for this. Might have to dig into this little bucket down here.
What are you going to start? Like, you obviously need to grab the paints, but like, generally when you paint yellow, what kind of base do you typically start with?
Orange.
Ooh. Now, but
Orange
there's
or
some
brown.
alternatives.
A
Yeah,
little
right.
bit of
Brown
both.
was going to be the one I was going to mention.
Yeah. It typically, like, yellow doesn't base coat very well. In fact, it doesn't base coat well at all.
Yeah.
So you typically want to use something underneath that base coats a lot better. So like, there's a couple of different options that you got. You could do like rucksack tan, which has a pretty good coverage, and then you can build up the like oranges and yellows on top of that. Or you could do like blood tracker brown, which is like a nice orangey brown. Or you can go. Don't have the right color with me, so we're gonna try and make this work anyways.
I think one of the things that was interesting, that was kind of like a level up for me when I was painting, what I like actually now in this angle, you can see like his little bum.
Yeah.
It is like painted, yeah. Sorry, quick bum aside on the Gremlin.
Bloodstone, by the way, is what we're starting with here.
Bloodstone orange, nice. But I was gonna say, yeah, one of the kind of things that helped me kind of level up my painting was when you first start, you just kind of go, oh, I'm painting yellow, so I'm just gonna put a darker yellow as my base coat, right? Oh, I'm painting white, I'm just gonna take and just start putting on layers of white. And one of those level up things was realizing that a lot of those colors, especially like those lighter tones like the whites and the yellows, or the very light blues or very light reds or oranges, things like that, you don't necessarily base coat with that same color. You might base coat with something that sounds bonkers, right? And you get totally different things, like much colder whites if you base coat with blues, things like that, right?
Yeah, so like this is gonna end up being like a really dirty yellow, but it will still look yellow at the end of the day.
Well, and Jordan, you were mentioning a couple weeks ago about doing this type of painting when you're using multiple colors to achieve the effect. The actual color that you're trying to paint may not have a whole lot of paint on the shield. That was really poorly worded, but
Right,
you start
yeah,
with
so-
brown, you might
so
have
there's
a
not actually gonna
mid-orange
be-
yellow, but
Yeah, there's
yellow
not actually going to be a whole lot of yellow on this. Like there will be yellow on this. There's just not going to be a lot of it. And let's see here. Let's get some brown. So that was blood tracker. We're gonna get some umber real quick in here to do like a deep shade.
Riker's Iron in Twitch chat says that he typically uses Beast Hide or Moldy Ochre. Do you find that you get
Yes.
results out of that as well?
Yep. Those are all
Boom.
good. Beast Hide is a little on the like desaturated side for me. Like I typically like to keep it a little bit more colorful, but it'll work. Like it definitely fits the bill, as it were. But I tend to prefer using less or more saturated colors when I'm working with yellow. Although moldy ochre is a pretty desaturated yellow, but I like it a lot. It's a really good color.
Would you? I would think that moldy ochre is good for base coats too, because it's got some of
It's-
that white mixed in, so it's
It's
got better
okay.
coverage.
It's okay. It's still one of those like really bright colors, so it doesn't typically like blend or it doesn't base coat nearly as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna mix some of that moldy ochre into the bloodstone though, and we're gonna start.
Yeah, what's our color palette here? What's our Jordan thumb?
So
Got the bloodstone. We're getting some
we got
moldy
some
ochre.
bloodstone. We got some moldy ochre. We got the pinks that I was working with earlier, and then a couple colors from a project that I was working on for work here.
Ooh.
A little bit before, which you guys might get to see a little bit later,
Ooh.
depending on how well the CFAX go.
Yeah, so if they crushed it, we'll have to
They
get to the third.
killed it
We'll get to the
with
third
cats,
question here in a
yeah.
little bit. Once we kind of get past this yellow, maybe we'll be at a good spot to hit up question 3 in our CFAX. We got a question in Facebook. I'm going to try and work our way through this because it's a novel here from Martin Granger. So first off, Martin would like us to be okay to get for a free, or either for this or a future Get Your Paint On, an in-depth look at painting technique with washes and inks, because they would like to understand more about the technique and how to use it better.
Yeah.
So with washes, when watering down the paint, if you would like lose the pigments of the paint, for example, like if you're creating a wash, how does that affect the pigmentation? I suppose is maybe the question being asked there, right? And how do you handle that? I hope I'm representing that question correctly.
Sure. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Martin, if you have more specifics, then maybe Jordan can answer them here today.
Yeah.
But also, I encourage you to go to our YouTube channel, Privateer
Yes.
Press Prime,
Yeah, there's a
on
lot of
YouTube,
really good resources there.
and go to the Formula P3 Presents playlist, and we have like 70 plus
Yes.
videos on painting, and a lot of those include how to do washes and glazes.
Good call. Hey, nice deep cut.
Yeah, high
And,
five.
and by deep cut, I mean using the resources that we produce on a regular basis.
But having said that, like I don't want to just send
Yeah.
you into a
deep hole.
a
Of
deep
YouTube.
hole of YouTube videos. So if you have a specific question for Jordan, otherwise it's kind of a big topic to cover.
It is definitely a big topic.
I
But
think
definitely
this is-
one that I would like to go into at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. I think some people had some questions, by the way, about how you are doing your blending there, where you have some very dark tones and some very bright tones on the shield.
Yeah,
and they're
so,
wondering kind of
I
what
mean-
the colors, where the blend is, and from what to what.
So basically, a lot of this is just the base bloodstone, right, that we put in as the base coat, and that kind of just builds the foundation of the shield. And then I put in a little bit of a shade in that umbral umber, and I did it on the underside where the shadow would get caught, right? And I'm creating kind of 3 different segments. I don't know if y'all can see this, but there's 3 different segments to the shield. There's this right-hand side here, which has this kind of harsh line where this bends out over to this side. And this is the middle segment here is a separate segment. And then we've got this third segment here, which is the left-hand side. There we go.
Yeah.
I can read it. So there, here, and then the last one on this side. And basically creating a highlight side and a shadow side, and a highlight side and a shadow side, a highlight side and a shadow side for each individual element. And because the shield is slightly canted upward, you're going to get more highlights on this side and much more on this side because it's further out than you will
It's going to
on
be the
this
part catching the
third
light,
segment,
as it
right.
were.
This third segment's going to be a lot darker than this segment up here and this segment right here because this is going to catch most of the light. So it's a lot of just like light placement, but your highlights are all going to be in that yellow. So that's going to be what makes the shield look yellow when it's done. And I got to get some more bloodstone on here.
Also, welcome. I'm going to butcher your name. I'm going to go with Melemony
Melemony?
or Melamony.
Yep. Melemony is definitely more. It's more fun to say. It rolls
Yeah.
off the tongue.
Welcome for the raid coming from your stream, coming to join us, paint some models.
Ooh, look at that.
Boop, boop. And it's like an adorable little, what is it?
Is it a
It's
lemon?
a smile. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Oh yeah, good call.
Melemony.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
So it would be lemony. The lemon. All right.
Well, we got that the first go,
Yeah.
crushing it.
We know what's up.
Yeah, clearly.
Hi,
we are,
everyone.
we
Thanks
are
for
hip
joining.
and cool.
Yeah. All right. Let's do another C-Fact.
Yeah. C-fact.
C-Fact. All right, hold on. I gotta get
Oh,
to the.
shit, I have to
gotta
grab
get
my
the
paper,
thing.
too.
Okay, and C-fact. Okay.
C-fact. All right. So our third and final C-fact. Remember, chat, hit us up if you think you know the answer. We need to get people... Need to be getting this answer correct so we can show off Jordan's little surprise at the end of the stream.
Yeah, it'd be very disappointing if you made no effort and we didn't get to show you what Jordan's got.
Yep. All right, here we go. What is the name of the feline member of the primary Strangelight Workshop team featured prominently in Wicked Ways? Is it like Men in Black? They're like teams of them that cruise around like as agents. Is that what the Strangelight Workshop teams are like?
I'll admit, I thought there was only the one.
Yeah,
and I found out this morning from
That
those
there's-
C-facts that there is a primary.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
So unless we're just kind of splitting hairs and going, well, only one is clearly primary, there must be multiple Strangelight teams.
All right, so the question again is, what is the name of the feline member of the Strangelight Workshop team, which was featured prominently in Wicked Ways? Couple,
90J says Artemis.
got some answers coming out. You know, I really like this shield a lot, by the way. I really like all the, like, I don't know, the gradients that it's proceeding through, as it were. Oh, man, Riker's Iron. He hasn't read it yet. Maybe you should like turn off your earphones. We don't want to. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, no Google cheating. Patrick
Yeah.
Augustin says Sergeant Kitty Face.
I mean, that's as good of an answer as any. Really.
Sure.
I will say that. Is it Onino J?
Yeah.
How do you say? You said it in.
90J.
No. Anyways, close, but not quite. Excuse me. Artemis, close but not quite. Oh, okay. So Doug Seacat says in Twitch chat that we showed a second team in the No Quarter Prime Adventure. So there are in fact a wide number of Strangelight Workshop teams.
Sure. Okay.
So how yellow do you think the shield will get, or do you think you're going to be kind of more in this like yellow orangey burnt umber kind of?
I mean, it kind of depends
burnt
on
umber,
how
rather.
far I want to push it, right? I think I'm going to end up going a little bit more yellow.
Yeah, it looks good though. It looks really good.
I do really like how the shield's coming out.
Yeah,
but,
it looks real good. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, like, this is really fast, right? Like, this took
Yeah, it's like
5 minutes,
basically.
if that.
Man, the face is creepy too. Look at like the on the horse with like the teeth and stuff, and like the skeletal.
You know, I didn't even see that before. I'm
Yeah,
just now seeing it for the
me
first time.
too.
Yeah, kind of blend into the mane.
It's like a horrifying Halloween horse thing. I mean, and obviously that's what they're going for. But seriously, where did they get this thing? This is a nightmare show of a weird rocking horse with like a real skeletal horse head on it. Ugh. Gemini, Bob, Newserac with Artis, Sergeant Kitty Face. All right, should we drop some fat answers on them here?
Yeah, but before that, Nick Prunita says, "Hi Jordan, glad to see you're back safe from LVO."
He didn't make it back. If he's dead, he's a ghost right now.
I'm in fact a ghost.
Melemony says
Peter.
All right, are we ready to
Yeah, let's give an answer
pop the
here.
answer? Hold on.
This was a tough one, apparently. So the answer is, and I believe one person got this. The answer is Artis.
Artis.
Named after one of Cain's moons.
Ooh.
So named after one of how many? Doug, hit me up. How many moons does Cain have? That is this like a Tatooine situation? There's 2 of them. Luke Skywalker, right? There's like what 7 of them? Is this like wait? What planet's got all the moons in our solar system?
That would be
It's
some really whacked
Jupiter,
out
right?
weather. If
Yeah.
if it had that many moons. I don't even know what 2 moons would do.
so it's 3 moons.
3 moons.
Wow. It's like
So Doug, how do 3 moons affect the weather on Cain?
it's very temperate.
I mean, it's very crazy place.
Yeah. Patrick Augustine in Facebook, basically asking what were you planning for the horse's eyes? He was wondering if you're going to do a purple glowing eyes.
Sorry, I'm focusing on this line real quick.
Oh no, we good.
So,
I mean, she definitely have some big glowing eyes. Well, I guess we can get to that later.
I think I'm gonna do
Tie it back to your
teal.
other. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be teal eyes if I do the magenta hair, and I'll probably reverse it on the other one.
Doug Seacat says that 3 moons means that there's nasty tides. I guess it makes sense, like, why, like, piracy is so rampant. Like, it's not only is it just dangerous to go out on the ocean because of pirates, it's dangerous because, like, the moons are constantly, like, making sailing difficult. Right?
I could see that being a good excuse, though. Like, because Doug mentions here that most people just don't go out 'cause
exactly.
they're scared, but you're like, no, I don't want to go out today because
tides.
I'm not afraid of pirates.
Yeah.
Just moons.
Interesting. That's super cool. Thank you for your C-facts.
Thank you, Doug. I love the C facts.
C-fact. Need Strange Light minis? That'd be cool. I've actually never read it. I should go read Wicked Ways now. I'm interested in the Strange Light.
I believe there's an audiobook.
I don't do audiobooks.
I
just read books. I just read every night before I go to bed. It's like my ritual. Read for half an hour, read a chapter or two of whatever book I'm reading.
I read approximately 1.5 pages before I go to bed because I can no longer keep awake when I read. I used to like reading at night, and now it just puts me right to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of why I do it too. And I usually, sometimes I'll get a page and a half in, 2 pages in, and put the book down and go to sleep. Sometimes I'll read for an hour.
I'll listen to, like, if I'm having a hard time going to sleep, I definitely will listen to some audiobooks or listen to an audiobook. And Audible is great for that because they actually have a sleep timer.
Interesting.
On the app. So you can just set it for like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour.
I think I've also just been like psychologically scarred by audiobooks. My wife is a big Harry Potter nerd, and
she just listens to them
literally
constantly.
listens to Harry Potter, the entire series on repeat every day of my life. So she wakes up in the morning, and we have a couple different Alexas, right? Amazon Alexas. We have one in the kitchen, one in the bathroom, and so this is just following her around the house. This old British guy pretending to be Hermione or something. And it's just it is nonstop. It is just a part of my life. So, just, Harry Potter, this blah blah blah.
This is actually not an exaggeration.
Yeah,
either.
no.
He is 100% being truthful right now.
So is that where you get to like you get to bust out all the Harry Potter facts constantly without actually liking Harry Potter?
Like, I mean, she's
So you
working
just
on like
know lots of stuff.
No, she's working like I'm actually rereading the books now for the first time in a long time, and she's working on like a trivia contest for mocks to do like a Harry Potter trivia night. Okay. And she keeps hitting me with questions for the books I just read, and I have no idea what's going on. Let's see. Doug's got some hot C facts in chat. I'm gonna read this one for all of our listeners
These
out
are
there.
these are
Radio
free
Town.
C facts.
Yeah,
these aren't the you paid for
Yeah.
C facts we give you.
Yeah. The longest night is more of a calendar adjustment like leap year, but at one point in early drafts, when they were creating kind of the fiction and the lore, they tied it to being when all the moons were dark. Interesting. That's cool. Turns out there were some timing issues with that. Oh, probably because they were trying to like kind of figure out the cosmology of how things work. So they made it's an especially bad omen to have longest night when the moons are dark. Cool. Look at this. This is like some deep cuts into OG War Machine lore.
Yeah. So if you're having your IKRPG game, make it a little scarier, a little more.
Or you could have like a Gremlin
little
one
more
where it's like
doomsy.
where it all happens.
The
where
longest
it's like,
night when the moons are dark.
That'd be cool.
So
the shield looks really good.
I'm going all the way up to Cygnus yellow now for this shield.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Let me get a new color on here. And then we're coming up on the hour.
Oh.
So that means that we probably want to start thinking about showing off your.
Yeah, why don't we like kind of finish up this?
I'll let Jordan decide if chat participated enough
Oh yeah,
in our C facts.
Of course they did.
C fact. No, we should just be like, no, screw you guys, and just like turn off the stream. You suck, chat. We're out of here. We just like cut the stream and go to Jimmy John's. So do you think this is as high as you want to take the shield color, or do you think you might even do like a highlight of something? Now, a common thing I've seen painters mention, even this is definitely with relation to like yellow, is highlighting all the way up to like white sometimes.
I mean, you definitely can.
Just from like the angle that you are holding the model with the lights, it looks from like our perspective viewing the screen that like the rivets at certain angles look like they're already highlighted in white because of how you have the shading and stuff in there.
Yeah, that's definitely like
Right there around that corner. Do you see that?
Reflection of the light hitting it.
But that's what's like so cool about it, right? Is it
yeah.
looks like you've painted it white or highlighted white, but
So-
it's just naturally happening.
If I wanted it to look like non-metallic gold, I would highlight further.
Oh man, you should have done a chrome shield and you do the cool chrome reflection.
No, that's awful. No, we're not doing that.
No, it'd be like the mirror shield from remember the original oh no.
Oh no,
I forgot what the movie's name is. You know, everyone knows what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
The with Medusa.
Clash of the Titans.
Thank you, Jesus. Oh my god, this is really bugging me. This was really, really bothering me. I'm talking about the original, obviously, with a little clockwork like owl.
See, Melemony. I listen to the OST of Elite Dangerous to sleep sometimes.
That's cool.
I used to go to sleep. I used to put on my headphones and listen to like pretty heavy rock, like Tool. Is always a big one to go to sleep to, but loud, not quiet,
weird.
like still way up, which my wife never appreciated. But it was always kind of cool because some of that music goes up and down. So I would fall asleep eventually, and then Tool would have these like quiet moments, and you just wake up to the creepiest sounds and the creepiest music, or just all of a sudden be jarred out.
I'm pretty sure like every day from 20 to 30, I had like a fan in my room blowing on me. I'm pretty sure everyone does that though, right? I don't have one now because I have like an air conditioner and stuff. You know, I'm an adult, so right. I have
Adult things.
yeah, I have adult toys. But wow, I
have
just
a
realized.
couch and a serving tray.
Sorry, I apologize. I just realized what I meant by saying adult toys. What I really meant to say is I have adult money that I can use to spend to buy nice adult things. Wow. Okay, let me just reel that one back in real quick. But I've been doing the like white noise, like rain or shower sounds a little bit recently because I'm a little bit of a light sleeper, and I think part of that is because I'm used to having that white noise in the background.
Yeah.
And not having that for a long time meant that every little thing woke me up. So now I've been doing like you get apps on your phone, have shower noises or thunder, right?
When my daughter was little, she used to wake up in the middle of the night, and I'd just carry her around at 3 a.m. And we had the vacuum
Thanks for
cleaner.
really selling parenthood to me.
Yeah, it's great.
Jeez, yeah,
Thanks for selling
awesome.
Nightly at 3 a.m. But we would just leave the upright vacuum cleaner out and plugged in, and the first thing that would happen is 3 a.m. You know, grab the kid and then just flip on the vacuum cleaner because
Is
that
that
loud,
rrrr
constant white noise. Yeah,
Interesting.
put her right to sleep. All right, it is 10:59.
How are you feeling on that shield?
So
there?
Jordan, when you're at a good
Good.
spot, we want
I'm just
to
going to show
see
some
your
of these
surprise.
some of these really bright tings real quick
Mm-hmm.
that
Also-
Jeff was talking about.
I also want to point out and revisit what we were saying. Show them the shield. Show them a good shot of the shield. Look at how little actual yellow paint there is
Yeah, how
on the
full-bodied.
shield compared to the other colors, and it still reads as being yellow.
God, it's so cool. It looks so good.
It's pretty dark in here
I
too.
love
Like
it.
it's is there a way to brighten this up?
Yeah, there's a little knob up on the light above your head.
You know what? This
Just turn it-
possibly
turn it to
can't
the
go
right.
wrong.
This one?
Yep.
This one? Boom. First try.
Literally expected this whole thing to come crashing to the ground.
So that'll give you a better look at it, right? So that's your good old yellow shield. And then we can even take it a little further and do a little bit of this.
All right, Riker's Iron's getting antsy for our surprise.
I'm just like, sorry, there's like dead space because I was entranced by the shield.
And sorry, what color was this, Jordan? I was busy futzing around.
This is Morrow White mixed with Cygnus Yellow.
I'm not changing it because it makes you giggle every time.
It's so good. And the funny thing is, I'm not even like I don't even have like a headphone, so I don't even hear it. So I hear it from like Jordan's screen, and I go bloop, and that just makes it better. It's like poopy, poopy. It always makes me giggle. Yeah, I like the shield. Now, I think now in hindsight, putting like freehanding something on there would probably take away, I think, from the overall effect.
Yes.
So,
I mean, you could definitely like go in and do some freehand on there, but I kind of like it as is.
No, I agree.
I don't even necessarily think.
I don't even know what you would put on there.
The only other thing I could think of is just doing some real bright little, like, just pure white.
Just get a little. All right, so we are taking it up to white.
Yeah.
We took it all the way up.
Taking it all the way up.
Make it really bright. Yeah, just right. Oh yeah, right there. We're exactly where the light's hitting it. See how interesting that is?
Mm-hmm.
I also like seeing the progression on Jordan's thumb of like all the yellows we went through.
Yeah, I was gonna. When he comes in with painted fingers, we're gonna
like
do
that.
his. We're gonna do the Jordan trivia. What was I painting?
Things down a little bit.
So
So yeah, it's a quick, effective yellow shield.
looks great.
So you bring it back on, next week, and then
Definitely
start
bring it
working
back
on. I
on
want to
next
see that magenta,
Yeah, the main,
the main.
and then like the brass
Yeah.
on the etched work or whatever it is, like the body of the thing.
and that I'll probably just do in like some non-metallic metal.
All right, what do we do? We want to
fun.
show.
Okay,
do,
Before
show-
we do that,
Oh,
I'm
yes.
gonna adjust the camera so you tell
Move
everybody
this.
about our live stream schedule,
Sure.
and then
Right.
I will get a better shot.
Cool. All right. So we currently are streaming twice a week. We have dev hangouts on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. That's when myself, Oz, Hungerford, the devs, we get on stream. And we basically just start making up rules. No, not really. It's when we kind of get a chance to talk about what we're working on, what we've got on our plate. You know, if we have a CID ongoing, we might be talking about some of the changes. If we have a CID coming up, we might be talking about what we're going to be changing. It's also a good opportunity to ask us questions about like models in CID, what direction we're taking with them, or you know how we can help focus our testing. Then Thursdays is Get Your Paint On with Jordan Lambo.
Hey.
So he's our studio painter. He's going to be coming in here. He's going to be painting models. Typically not the studio models, so it's an opportunity for Jordan to do wacky, weird, fun, different things. So right now, he's painting some of the upcoming Grimkin models. They're actually going to be in his army, so he's kind of painting them with weird, funky color schemes that he's going to have in his army. So it's an opportunity to see cool models from our range painted, you know, outside the classic, you know, Kador Red and Signar Blue, right? That's going to be here on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Sometimes it'll be me. Sometimes it'll be our other friends, like maybe the indomitable Josh or Doug or Hungerford. Other people might be in here, you know, helping Jordan fill time. And then once a month, right, we do Primecast. And that'll actually be tomorrow, right? That's the plan for Primecast. So check into Primecast. That's our monthly cast. It's usually like John Swinkles and Hungerford, and they bring on people from different departments. So like maybe I'll come in and talk about playtest stuff. Maybe CCAT will come in and give you drop some more hot CFAX. You know, things like that, all sorts of fun stuff. So that'll happen once a month, and we'll be seeing that tomorrow. And boom.
All right. Now to the
You ready?
reveal. So we have not actually shown this yet,
Yep.
built and assembled, but this is the Well of Ouroboros
Mm-hmm.
in all its glory.
Welly.
Welly
Yeah.
glory. So yeah, I'm working on, this is the studio one. It's in progress right now.
I mean, it looks like you've basically just like started working on like this water, essentially.
Yeah, I mean the stone is mostly painted. I haven't done much shading to it, but yeah, this is the well.
That's a sweet model.
It's a little bit smaller than I think some people may have expected.
Oh,
But
I know. It's so like
it's
there's
good,
so much
it's a
going
good
on.
size.
There's so many little things happening in this model with like the floating rocks and the water just kind of coming out of the top, and
Yep, and you got this nice little alcove in here.
yeah, there's a lot of really neat.
fun
Oh, that's
stuff.
cool. Yeah, how like the water is falling,
It's falling
into.
inside and then it's coming back down.
That's sick.
out. And it is floating. This
Yeah.
water is holding up this stone rock. And this has got, I'll take this off just to show you guys, but it's got a nice little pool at the top, which is really neat.
Oh
Oh,
wow,
that's cool.
Yeah, I like
which
that.
It's hard to see from that other angle, but
No, yeah, we got it now.
you can
That's
definitely
cool.
see it.
I like that design element of the waterfalls holding everything up.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
How was it to assemble?
Honestly, it's great.
Good.
Yeah, it goes together. Like, I have not gap filled this at all.
Sure. It's also a non-zero chance that this is not exactly what the final like production version might look like. Although
It's going to be very close.
Yeah.
Very, very close. If not the exact same thing.
so
It will look the same. It's just a question of whether or not the cuts get
yeah,
slightly
there's
adjusted,
changes
yeah.
to the cuts or things like that.
But yeah, this is the well.
That's super dope. Are you
thanks
gonna
for-
do like a whole bunch of crazy circle glowy stuff in there? You think?
Yeah,
Dan,
so
or-
all of these runes are going to be glowing, including the ones in the base. The water obviously is going to look way different when it's done.
Yeah. There's you basically just started essentially.
so
it's like base coat land is what you're
I
in.
airbrushed and textured on all the rocks yesterday, and I literally just base coated the water this morning. So
I'm
the-
looking
the
forward
rest
to the
of my
final product.
afternoon is going to be painting this guy. And
How long?
probably for the
How
next
long
couple
in
days.
general would a project like this take you to paint up? If you got a similarly sized model, is this
4 to 5 days?
so this takes you like a work-ish week?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you're
I
typically-
would say it's safe to bet on a work week.
But you're not using. But when you say work week, you're also not like exclusively working on this model. You're kind of maybe grabbing while you're waiting for things to dry. You might grab something else to work on.
Right.
and-
Yeah. I usually have like a couple of projects that are kind of going on all at the same time. And this is kind of one of the ones that I'm working on. I've got some other ones that I can't show you guys quite yet, but maybe soon. And those are pretty exciting as well.
Red Death asked in Twitch chat real quick, any major changes to the well since CID? Actually, I don't know. The CID for Circle was happening before I was full-time here, and it was retail time at Mox. When I was working at Mox, it was the holidays. So I didn't pay a ton of attention to it, so I haven't actually checked up on that, so I'm afraid I don't have an answer for you on that. I just wasn't particularly educated on it at the time because I was working my other job. So sorry I don't have a great answer for you. But anyways, yeah, thank you so much. It's a great looking
Thank you,
model. Looking
Jordan.
for to see it.
Yep.
Thanks everyone for coming out to hang out with us on Get You All Paint On.
Thanks for rating us, Melemony and friends.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
Thanks
and
for stopping by, everybody. It's
all the
always great
C
to have you here.
facts and stuff. Everything was a lot of fun. So, anything before we sign off, Jordan? Why don't you lead us out of here?
No, I think we're good to go. I'm looking forward to working on some more of the Warhorse this week. I do have the what's the other guy's name?
The Grimkin model,
Not the Malady Man, the other one.
the piggyback. Oh, tongue lick.
The other one.
The grave keeper.
Grave Ghoul.
The grave ghoul. Yeah.
Grave Ghoul. Yeah, there we go.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Wow. 5 models. We had to go through 5.
Oh, okay. I have
gonna-
the Grave
hey.
Ghoul, so that is probably going to be the next thing that's going to be on stream after we get this guy done.
Sweet.
And I'm probably going to try and rush and get through the rest of this guy next week. I'll probably finish painting the skin off stream if I have time, just so that's done. And then we'll just get everything else done while we're waiting.
Cool arenas. All right.
Sweet. Well, thanks everybody for showing up. I will see you next Thursday.
See you next
now.
Have a
week.
good one.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Pow. Right in the Powsers.
Right in the kisser.
Pow. Oh, wait. Was that honeymooners? Man, I forgot. Sorry.